Hi, this is Siddharth, and welcome to yet another episode in the series Intro to the World of Marketing. So, today, what we'll be looking at is a deep dive into the elements of what a brand is. Okay, so earlier, there's another video where I had actually in detail described about what actually a brand is, and I had given several examples on uh, some famous brands. But in that video, I had also mentioned that there are about 8 elements to a brand. And today in this video, we will do a little bit of deep dive into it. The link to that previous video, you can find the description uh, section of this video so that you can take a look at that. And then you can also take a look at this video. So before we look at the 8 elements, let's do a small recap of what a brand is. Okay, so a brand is basically, as I had already mentioned in the previous video, is a set of the experiences which a customer has with your organization. And it could start right from the time when they have not bought from you to the entire buying process and then the post purchase process of how they actually have a experience with you in terms of positive or negative. And then it also is about the relationship which you have with them beyond the product. Okay, and how do you stick to your commitments and how do you stick to your promises, and the nature of your brand and the psychological and the emotions which it evokes with the person, and then obviously the unique selling proposition, the USP or your uniqueness. So these are all what a brand means. And again, a brand is what a customer and a market thinks about you and not what you keep telling about yourself. So these are basically the elements of a brand. And as I had mentioned, brand is not about the logo or the trademark or the color or the branding elements. Obviously, they all are a part of the brand identity. But a brand in totality comprises of all these elements which I'm showing over here. So the first part of it is what is the brand definition. Okay. So when we say what is a brand definition, it is about who you are and what you do and for whom. Okay. So that basically is the crux of the whole thing. Okay. So I'm a engineering company, or I'm a sports wear manufacturer, or I'm a FMCG company into a variety of FMCG. It could be into soaps, or you could be into biscuits, or you could be into a variety of other products. And who's your customer, and what do you do? Okay, and what is the value you add? So this is basically brand definition. When we say brand value, okay, so it means what your brand represents. Okay, so there are brands which say, so if you take a Mercedes Benz or a BMW, they say that we are a luxury product. They never claim that we are at a reasonable price. Okay, whereas there are some brands which say that we are actually a very cost effective and a very low cost product. Okay, so basically your brand values reflect a lot of these things. Okay, it talks about uh, how you're approaching the market, whether you're sustainable. Examples are sustainability, or you say you're eco-friendly, or we believe in eco-friendliness. Okay, and then some people say that we are always bothered about quality. Okay, so we will not let the price come and affect the quality. So basically values, brand values are these things which your organization stands for, and it reflects across all functions in that organization. The brand promise is what your brand guarantees to the customer. Okay, so if you are a product, if you are an automobile, okay, what's the promise which you're making to the customer about fuel efficiency, or about eco-friendliness, or about comfort, luxury, whatever it could be. Okay, so a brand promise is about commitments which you give to your customers. Okay, the brand identity is the look and feel. Okay, and this is where your logo, your tagline, and then the color and what color represents. And in branding, each color really has a significance, and it's not like a randomly chosen color. Okay, some colors indicate confidence, some colors indicate power, some colors indicate a gentleness. Okay, so the brand identity comprises of all these things which defines on how the look and feel is. Okay, the brand differentiation is basically the unique selling proposition. So how are you different from your competitors? Okay, how is your product different from the crowded marketplace? The next one is market position. Okay, so where do you stand in the market? Are you at the probably you have the lowest market share or you have the highest market share. Or if you take a matrix, okay, I'm a high price, high quality product, I'm a low price, low quality product, or I'm a mid price, mid quality product, or I'm a high price, low quality, whatever it could be. Okay, nobody will say that they're a high price, low quality. It's just an example I make. So where do you really fit into it? Okay, and then the brand messaging is about the positioning statements and the key messages which you give out through your advertisements, through your marketing communication. So that needs to be standard, okay? My across my channels and across my different types of communication, it should be uniform and it should communicate the same message. So that's the positioning statement, okay? And that's about the brand messaging. And finally, the brand experience. It's about this is the way in which your customer interacts with your products or service across the journey. Okay, so what do you do for that? Okay, so what do you do during the pre-sales time, which is before the person buys? What do you do? How do you interact with them? Okay, once the buying process itself, how do you do that? And post buying, how do you help them? How do you support them? The total brand experience, do you have a blueprint for that? Okay, is it systematic? Okay, do you measure yourself based on matrices on how do you really ensure that your customers are satisfied, your CSAT score, your customer satisfaction score, your loyalty, how often do people come back to you? Okay, so all these things should be defined properly so that everyone has a uniform experience. So these are the various elements of a brand. Okay, so I'm going to add some more videos where we will take up independent brands and dissect them and look at each of these elements. Okay, I will add those links to the description of this video and you can check them out. Okay, these are my other social channels. Do follow me over there. I keep adding a lot of new content over there. And if you like this video, you like this content, do like this video on YouTube and also subscribe to this channel. Take care.